So Alex Jones is absolutely positively crashing out over MAGA imploding and crumbling right in front of his eyes. So there's just a all-out nuclear MAGA civil war going on right now. You have Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens on one side, and they're up against Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro and Donald Trump himself, and it's just not pretty. It's not pretty. Marjorie Taylor Greene got in on the fun and, has been disagreeing with Trump every now and then on certain issues, although albeit respectfully disagreeing with him. Well, Alex Jones, he is the ultimate Trump ball coddler. And, he's just, it's so crazy to watch what he's become, because Alex used to warn everybody and yell about, basically what Palantir is doing, this mass surveillance technology. They're going to come spy on everybody. They're going to take away everybody's rights. It's going to be horrible. There's a billionaire cabal of elites who are steering everything and trying to screw us over and rig everything and steal it from us. And then now that's actually happening, but since it's Trump, he supports it. Everything he warned about is happening, but now he supports it because Trump is doing it. It's insane. It's insane. So anyway, here he is, and he's trying to play like peacemaker, mediator here in this right-wing civil war, and it is a hilarious thing to watch. Here we go.
So she put out these text messages and said, this is when he really got pissed. Check the flight logs of Epstein's plane. Bill Clinton on there like 26 times. Hillary, too. For many of us, releasing the Epstein files has always been for the women who are victims. She said the same thing on there of Jeffrey Epstein. But also because we believe that Democrat bad guys like the Clintons will involve with him.
So this is Marjorie Taylor Greene texting to Trump and saying, hey, what the hell? Like, release the Epstein files, man. Like, don't you want to take down the deep state Democrat pedophiles? Like, let's do this. And it's so funny because as she's saying that, it's like, you really don't get it at this late date. You don't get that he's all over the Epstein files.
Epstein was a spider that wove the web of the deep state. Lean into it. In every single interview I have done, I have defended President Trump. I've said over and over again, the women say he did nothing wrong, and their attorney says he's the only one who helped. And the Democrats had 4 years to release the files, but did nothing. Stop ignoring the women. Many of them literally voted for Trump and to say so publicly. Yeah, like, why would you do this and hurt yourself and the country? Why would you do something like this? And so here's a message to Trump. You've endorsed Lindsey Graham, who said, fuck Donald Trump, screw Donald Trump, never Trumper, not just 9 years ago, not just 8 years ago, but when they stole the election from you 5 years ago. And then Lindsey Graham kisses your ass and does all this, and you defend him, and you defend these other neocons, and then you say Thomas Massey and MTG aren't MAGA? That's what Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro are saying. They're super unpopular. Their once big audiences are shadows of themselves.
Yeah, bro. And so is Trump's. Trump's at a 36% approval rating right now. He agrees with Mark Levin. He agrees with Ben Shapiro. He's giving Israel everything that they ever wanted. And here you are pretending like, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Okay, well, if you are, then you're also with Mark Levin. You're also with Ben Shapiro. Like, this man is he's just like a confused boomer at this point. It is tough to watch. It is tough to watch this.
The only relevance they have is attacking those of us that are popular and issuing threats. So, again, I'm not throwing baby out the bathwater because of the Tom Homans and the Tulsi Gabbards and the RFK Juniors. And overall, we're moving the needle massively. We're having huge reform, cutting the deep state's funding. On one side, I am happier than a pig in poop.
This is the saddest thing I've ever... Well, everything's actually going great. They're doing a great job. We're moving the needle in the right direction. MAGA's winning. MAGA's winning. But can you believe... I can't believe Trump's betraying Marjorie Taylor Greene. This is horrible. Why would you do that? You got to stop doing that. Why are you agreeing with Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro? Oh, my God. Bro, give it a rest. Give it a rest. What is this? It's like he's having an identity crisis on air.
But on the course you're starting to go on Trump, if it keeps going, is bad, bad, bad.
It's not bad already? Didn't he run pretending to be anti-war? Don't you, Alex Jones, pretend to be anti-war? Now you're looking at Trump. Hasn't even been in office a year. He's already bombed Somalia. He's bombed Yemen. He's bombed Iran. He's threatened Greenland and Panama and Mexico. He's bombing fishing boats off the coast of the Caribbean, fishing boats in the Pacific. He's killed people from Trinidad and Tobago and Colombia on top of Venezuela. He's doing all these, arming and funding a genocide, did a fake peace deal and allowed Israel to continue the genocide. All that's going on. You got nothing critical to say. Nothing critical to say about that. He's the biggest he's a bigger warmonger than fucking George W. Bush, and you got nothing to say about that?
Just like I told you, making a deal with the deep state and the Democrats to back off the Epstein thing, and they'd be nice. You got screwed in the butt. Made a deal with the devil. He took that pitchfork and shoved it right in your arse.
Oh, so in other words, the problem is the Democrats. Oh, you made a deal with the Democrats to back off the Epstein files. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? He doesn't want the Epstein files released because he's in them. That's what's going on here. Oh, my God. What a child.
And now doing this to MTG. And I know Trump's tactics. He'll be mean to somebody for a while, and then they course correct. He's nice to him. She ain't going to course correct Trump. She doesn't want to be a darling on Bill Maher in The View. When she went on Bill Maher in The View, she said, I love Trump. Overall, he's great. Blah, blah. I just want him to do better on these policies. I'm trying to help him. You call her nutty. You call her crazy. You do all that. No. No, what you're doing is destructive. What you're doing is wrong. And I'll defend you all day when you're right, just like I just did for 2 hours.
I love you, Daddy. I love you. Please don't be mad at me. I'm only giving you constructive criticism. I defended you for 2 hours, Papa. You want to pat me on the head and say I did a good job? But on this one, sir, I think you're slightly off. You might want to not do what you're doing because I'm trying to look out for MAGA, bro.
But I need you to succeed, big guy.
He's not done. He's been stuck on this since the nuclear war on the right took off. Since it went from a regular war to a nuclear war, he's been all over this. Here we go, more.
So Marjorie Taylor Greene just posted on X that they've had bomb threats at her construction company business, and they're getting pizzas delivered to her house and her family's house. People like Laura Loomer made jokes about it and said, oh, look at you whining. MTG's been swatted more than 10 times on record. I've been swatted. My crew's been swatted. And the pizzas come first. Then they talk to the delivery guy to make sure it's the right house and that they talk to you. This is serious. We've seen Congressman Scalise shot, Charlie Kirk killed, so much more. And so I tell Laura Loomer, don't make jokes about this. I know you hate MTG, but we need to turn the heat down here and stop this MAGA civil war. We can disagree with each other all day, but to say that she's making this up or she's a crybaby is bull. Now, this could be a false flag. The Democrats have swatted her and done all this much before.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's the Democrats' fault, of course. Doesn't matter how clear it is that, this is all your guys' messy-ass shit. Somehow, the Democrats are actually planning this. They're the masters of this.
To stir her up and push her in to going against Trump. And MTG responded as if it was Trump coming out calling her a traitor that did this, which is logical, but again, the left are experts at pulling off this smaller type crap.
Look at the mental gymnastics. It is endless, but somehow it's always the fault of the Democrats, the liberals, the leftists. Just own it. You guys are fucked. You guys are fucked. You guys are pathetic. You guys are petty. The reason why you're having a civil war now is because Trump failed. The whole movement failed. He shit the bed. Everything's worse. Unemployment's going up. Inflation is going up. The trade war fucking backfired colossally. He's bombing multiple different countries on a whim for fucking no reason whatsoever. He's hiding the Epstein files. He's building concentration camps. He's getting rid of due process. He's the most corrupt president we've ever seen ever in history. This is why you guys are having a civil war. It's got nothing to do with the Democrats. In fact, I wish it did. I wish the Democrats were able to, exploit these contradictions more, exploit the rift between them more. But they're not doing anything. They're just sitting, laying back in the cut, watching you guys kill each other. So we need to de-escalate this. We need to stop fighting amongst each other, just like when Trump kicked out Musk. Really hurt Doge, hurt his approval rating. Now Trump's brought Musk back, brought in his NASA head. We need cooler heads to prevail and stop this big cat fight that's going on between Laura Loomer and MTG. That's where a lot of this started. So this is out of control. This is very, very dangerous. And we'll be covering it all, obviously, on the show tomorrow. But we don't need to eat our own. The Democrat Party is done. They have record low approval rating, record low fundraising. Notice he's not talking about the literal record low Trump just experienced of 36%. That's a record low for the second term. It's a record low for the second term. We're getting into post-January 6th territory after you guys tried to coup the government. That's how disliked he is right now.
Falling apart. All they have left is election fraud.
So, yes, the big win that Democrats had the other day, it was all fake. It was all election fraud. Keep telling yourself that, fella.
Trump overall is doing a great job. He's done some things that are really, really stupid.
It's so confused. It's so garbled. Actually, Trump is doing a great job. It's doing amazing. It's really stupid. Why does he keep doing stupid things? I don't understand. It's great. It's horrible. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. It's awesome. It's the best. What are you doing?
But none of us are perfect. We did course correct Trump.
None of us are perfect. Oops. Am I in the Epstein files? None of us are perfect. Oops. Were we sued by a woman who says when she was 13 she got raped by us? Tee-hee-hee. Oopsies. None of us are perfect.
He's wrong. We also do not throw the baby out with the bathwater, and we need to stop attacking people like Congressman Massey and MTG. That's the bottom line. God forbid more Republican patriots get killed. God forbid Tucker Carlson gets killed with all the threats and calls for violence against him by the neocons. This is serious. God bless you all. Follow me here on X Elections.
It almost sounds like he's worried that this MAGA civil war will turn to inter-MAGA violence. That's what it sounds like. But I still haven't even given you the best one. This is the best one in my opinion. So Alex Jones is recording this from like a contemplative meadow where he was sitting there contemplating the meaning of life and all of this strife that's happening. He's like a child whose parents are getting divorced and he's having a crisis over that, except that's him with the MAGA movement. Let's see what he says here.
The situation between President Trump and MTG is very, very dangerous. It's not just isolated to Trump being mad at her for her disagreeing with him on some issues. It goes back to Elon Musk being driven out of the administration and Doge getting partially derailed. All the polls, all the numbers showed that killed that massive wave coming in. Trump had the highest approval rating he's ever had. People loved it. Now he's figured out that was wrong. He's bringing Musk back and has given him the head of NASA and the rest of it. But we need Musk completely back. We have to have a big tent in our populist, conservative, nationalist, common sense coalition.
Okay. Hold on. I love how he looks at when Donald Trump and Elon Musk broke up. That was horrible. That made me really sad. I didn't like that. Meanwhile, what did Elon do when he was an integral part of the government? He's the world's richest man, a billionaire, illegally hacking into the treasury, cutting whatever payments he wants. Illegally. Totally illegal. That's insane. So Musk and Doge, they cut pediatric cancer research, the National Weather Service, Meals on Wheels, the CFPB, which is just a fancy way of saying the anti-scam police. They make sure like the banks and the credit card companies don't screw you over. Nuclear safety officials, FEMA, the Department of Education. He fired 83,000 veterans. He cut 50% of the Social Security offices. He fired 250,000 public workers. He cut the food safety inspectors and air traffic controllers. He cut scientific research and medical research. And he cut USAID, which will lead to literally millions of deaths. And here's Alex Jones going, when they split up, that was actually really bad. That was the fucking greatest day ever. That was the greatest day. When you get rid of the fucking psychotic robber baron who's just looting the treasury and fucking destroying the entire administrative state, it was the best day ever when they broke up. But no, he wants them back. It's like this is grown man playing with dolls type shit. That's what we're watching. Alex Jones is a grown man playing with dolls.
We don't need to be at war with Thomas Massie or MTG or any of these people or Senator Rand Paul. Yes,
are you going to try to reconcile then what's going on here? What's Thomas Massie's position? Release the Epstein files. What's MTG's position? Release the Epstein files. Trump doesn't want to do that. Now, he just came out the other day and lied and pretended like he wanted to do that, but it's a trick. He also opened up a new Epstein investigation, which will block the files from being released. So they're going to vote to have them released. He's going to say he wants them released, and he's going to go, oh, what do you want me to do? There's an investigation. There's nothing we can do to release them at the moment. You got to wait until the investigation is over, and they won't fucking close the investigation. Right? So why are you saying, why can't we all just get along? Pick a side. Do you want the fucking Epstein files released, or do you not want them released? Pick a fucking side. He's not picking a side. He's not picking a side. And the fact of the matter is, he is still pretending, at this late date, Alex Jones is still pretending like Trump did nothing wrong when it comes to Epstein, like his name is somehow cleared. Meanwhile, because of these Epstein emails that were just released, we learned Epstein knew everything about Mar-a-Lago's financing, including the fact that they may have committed mortgage fraud. How did he know about that? Why does he know about that? Or how about the fact that they talked in the emails about that lawsuit from Katie Johnson from 2016, and she says in 1994, Epstein and Trump raped her. She was 13. This is what she says. This is what the lawsuit said. They were talking about that in the emails. How about the email that showed in 2011, Trump spent hours with an Epstein victim at Epstein's house, which means since his house was bugged, they have tapes, Alex. Mossad has tapes. Israel has tapes. They are blackmailing your president, and you're shoving your head in the sand and pretending like that's not real. Epstein knew everything about the inner workings of Trump's first term. Alex has hidden all of this stuff, or he pretends not to know this stuff, or he actually doesn't know this stuff. But either way, it is completely and utterly inexcusable. It's inexcusable. Epstein was leaking stuff to the media about his relationship with Trump before he was arrested and died in Trump's custody. How about that? If that happened under a Democratic president, he immediately would say, oh, that's it. I mean, the Democratic president killed Epstein, of course. Of course. But now under Trump, again, he pretends like, oh, he was cleared, actually. Trump did nothing wrong with Epstein. Really? What about that picture that came out of Trump handing a giant check to Epstein buying a depreciated woman? How about that? How about the pic that Michael Wolff says exists, which he saw, of Trump with women of an uncertain age, bending over and laughing at Trump and pointing at him, and he's got a stain on his pants? How about that? How about we learned that Trump hosted a private event with teen models at Mar-a-Lago with one other person there, Jeffrey Epstein? None of these things are things that he's talked about or is willing to accept. And he's still doing this thing, grown man playing with dolls, trying to repair this. Why are you trying to repair the relationship with Epstein's best friend? Why are you trying to act like his movement is still legitimate? It's a total farce. It's a complete and utter fraud.
Vote their conscience like Ron Paul did. Ron Paul really built, along with myself and many others, the modern launch pad that Trump came in on. I agree with 95% of what Trump does. But when I criticize him on issues I think are wrong, like saying Epstein's a hoax, no, you being involved is a hoax.
I just gave you 100 things that are connected with Trump and Epstein. And again, he's either lying or he's actually ignorant on it. Either way, it is completely and utterly inexcusable. It's inexcusable. Trump offered Epstein a job in his first term. According to the emails, Trump may have spent Thanksgiving with Epstein in fucking 2017 when he was president. So, what are you going to do with this? They literally shared a girlfriend, Alex. In the emails, Epstein says, I passed off a 20-year-old girl to Trump in 1993. Any thoughts on that? Are you going to... Trump being guilty in the Epstein files is a hoax. Oh, please.
Now you say, oh, no, the Democrats are involved. Investigate them. Damn right. So when I saw Trump wrong on that, I said, that's wrong. Oh, my constituents aren't my constituents. If you think Epstein thing is real, you're not MAGA. He lost like 6, 7, 8 points, according to all the top pollsters that I trust, who've been deadly accurate, like Mark Mitchell over at Rasmussen off that. And he kind of built it back, and now he's doing it again. I need Trump to succeed. If you actually watch MTG in these interviews, she says she loves Trump, and he's the best, and she agrees with almost everything he's doing, except this, and that. Because she's got constituents, and she's allowed to have her views, and we're not in a cult. Instead, he said really mean things about her. And now people are trying to say, choose a side. This is hurting Trump. It's hurting America. It's hurting MAGA. And we should have people that are able to go on all the other shows, like Bill Maher and other programs, and talk about things that they think are right Trump's doing and bad things. Because, again, we're not in a cult. Bill Maher now goes and has dinner with Trump and says he's better than the Democrats. And now a lot of them have turned on him. We're winning hearts and minds, not just here, but around the world. Globalism is in trouble. Populism.
He's at 36%. This is all such cope. Bro, a serious question. Who watches this seriously? Who watches this to actually, I need to get my daily news. Let me go to fucking Alex Jones. Look at this. It's a grown man having an identity crisis and playing with dolls right in front of your face.
Is rising. And Trump did not build the wave he came in on. He rode in on it, and he did a great job. He was a perfect catalyst for it. But now he's starting to behave like he's not worried about his original constituents because he's not facing re-election. This could really taint MAGA into the future. It could really hurt J.D. Vance and his great shot at beating Newsom. I'm really thinking about winning here. I have some of the America Firsters, and
he just, this is a guy who built his brand being an anti-establishment firebrand. And then now, look at him. He's literally got his, GOP pom-poms out, and he's like, yippee skippy, we love the Republican Party, yay, hooray. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Again, what happened to the guy in the early 2000s and late 90s who was talking about the surveillance state's going to come, they're going to spy on absolutely everything you do, they're going to keep a blackmail database. Then Peter Thiel comes along, literally with Palantir, and they're creating a blackmail database. All of a sudden, he's got nothing to say about it. If anything, he supports it. He was defending Peter Thiel on the show the other day. Defending him. The creepy billionaire who gives lectures about the Antichrist, as he refuses to even say he's on Team Humanity when he's interviewed about that. This is insane. So you got that going on. You got Trump warmongering all over the place. Now all of a sudden, no criticisms about that. Everything you said would happen is fucking happening. But since it's happening under a Republican named Donald Trump, you have your fucking pom-poms out. Why can't everybody get along? Why can't we destroy the country together in peace? I don't understand.
See myself as that. I was saying that, calling myself America First 30 years ago. Mad saying, you're not holding Trump's feet to the fire enough. Then I've got people that want to be in a MAGA cult saying, oh, no, you don't question anything out of his administration. It's crazy. MTG is a great lady, a good friend of mine. Her husband with Right Side Broadcasting was the only major media operation that didn't turn on Trump. When they stole the election from him, he stuck with Trump. Now they're demonizing him for no reason. Not Trump, but some of his people. I mean, this is crazy. This is absolutely nuts, ladies and gentlemen.
By the way, if this is nuts, Alex, then whose fault would that be? It'd be Trump. Why is Trump making a mountain out of a molehill and attacking people who are just trying to help him out and giving him... But no, you're still doing this weird, split the difference. Hey, why can't we all just get along? Why can't you say, Trump, you're the fucking problem? It's all so fucking... The message is so garbled.
AOC and Mondami and Schumer.
Oh, did you hear this? This is where he hits you. Here are the real enemies. Ready? Here's the real
Trump
enemies.
Some of his people. I mean, this is crazy. This is absolutely nuts, ladies and gentlemen. The target is AOC and Mondami and Schumer and the globalist and Keir Starmer and the EU and Ursula von der Leyen, all this tyranny we face. Let's come together. Everybody wanted to pick a side, Musk or Trump. I said, don't pick a side. But we should be nice to Musk and try to keep him in there and defend him from the neocons and others that want him out because they wanted the power over Trump. And I was right.
Yeah, you were right. So defending the world's richest man who was just voted to become a trillionaire, getting $1 trillion pay package, that guy who cut pediatric cancer research and Meals on Wheels, you were right to defend him. That's what you're saying. And the enemy, of course, is like Zoran and AOC. So let me get this straight, Alex. The enemy are policies like freeze the rent, build affordable housing, crack down on bad landlords, have city-owned grocery stores so people can actually afford their fucking groceries, free buses, free childcare, universal health care. That's the problem. Universal health care and free college and higher wages and a living wage. This is the problem. This is the problem. Yeah, according to him, yes.
If you guys want to lose the midterms, keep celebrating attacking MTG. And
you're gonna lose the midterms no matter what, bitch. As long as it's a free and fair election, you are gonna lose. You're gonna get blown the fuck out. And the reason you are is because inflation is going up, unemployment is going up, the economy is in absolute shambles. Trump is freezing food stamp money at the same time he's freezing 94 million pounds of food that was supposed to go to the food banks. I mean, healthcare crisis. They kicked 15 million people off Medicaid. They're doubling, tripling, and quadrupling people's healthcare premiums. You're gonna get crushed. The cherry on top is just the Epstein files where Trump is clearly guilty as fuck. That's just the cherry on top, bro. But the fucking concentration camps, the warmongering, the destruction of the economy, the destruction of healthcare, there's no way you're winning. And it's not because, it's because we're having a feud here. No, the reason there is a MAGA feud is because Trump has totally failed. So you flipped the causation the other way.
Keep celebrating like you're in high school and you're picking the cool kid and who the captain of the football team's going to be. That's not how this works. God bless you all. Be live today at 4 p.m. Central.
Wow. Grown-ass man having a fucking identity crisis because MAGA is falling apart. It's amazing to watch. It's amazing to watch. What a fraud, Mr., anti-establishment going after the deep state. Then here he is, fucking a good, loyal Republican soldier. Basically the same commentary you can get from some, 82-year-old fucking boomer who has voted straight ticket Democrat his entire life, fucking supports Ted Cruz. Like, this is all the same shit. There's nothing edgy. There's nothing controversial. This is all just down the line, right-wing garbage. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.